Hello everyone. I can't actually close the windows and there are kids screaming outside. Hopefully I get a mic soon. Today I'm going to be doing another chill sit down video. We're in my living room. It's golden hour. Literally my forehead is so shiny. I just wanted to film a video because I'm going to share with you 10 healthy girl habits that changed my life. Change my life is so dramatic, but honestly these things literally influence the day-to-day of my life, and I'm so grateful that I do them and I enjoy them, because for a lot of people this is not the go-to lifestyle. I guess it is quite tough to get into, but now that I'm in it, I'm like, this is for me. Don't get me wrong, by the way, before we start, not every day follows these tips. Some weeks even, I have really shitty weeks. Right now, bro, I couldn't tell you how much food I've eaten and I still feel hungry. Just gone back on the pill. It's messing with my hormones a lot. My skin is breaking out. This week isn't the best week, but there's other weeks that are, and these tips have really helped me get through them. So let's just get right in. So some of these are gonna be kind of predictable. Others I feel like are a little bit different, and that's what I like because I don't want to hear the same 10 tips on repeat. So tip number 1 is predictable. It is to get up early. Actually, no, I'm not telling you to get up early. I just get up early. This is what's changed my life. You don't have to apply it to yours. That's one thing I think people don't realize, is what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. But I get up at 5 a.m. when I can. Not every single day. Maybe 4 or 5 times a week I get up at 5 a.m. If not 6 a.m. Definitely before 7. It's because it's summer. Best believe in winter I will not be doing this, but I love getting up at 5 a.m. purely to watch the sunrise. In this new flat especially, the way the sun comes in the morning is absolutely gorgeous. I love being awake to see that, but also I've been obsessed with just getting up, getting out and being ready, because I find myself finished for the day at 11 a.m. and I have ADHD, so I like to, for some reason, get stuff done as quickly as possible, and I'm able to do it. But that does mean I also crash. So it also allows me to crash in the afternoon and not feel guilty. In winter though, early is 8 a.m. No one can take that away. So tip number 2 kind of goes off of tip number 1, and that's booking workout classes. Not everyone can afford to book a workout class, which is why I actually use the ClassPass free trial. None of my family members live in London, so I do use every single person I know's phone number. ClassPass, if you're watching this, please don't sue me. Right now, I would love to be able to go to Reformer Pilates in the same place 3 times a week, but that's not what my finances are saying right now. So I do use ClassPass and I go to different workouts, and because I'm on the trial of ClassPass, it does also mean that I have to go somewhere different every single time. The reason this has changed my life is not only do I book them first thing in the morning, so best believe I'm up and out at 5 a.m, but also I tried bar for the first time the other day. Really enjoyed it. Obviously you go to a class where you don't know people, you go to an area where you don't know people, so it's really stepping outside my comfort zone, which I love, because since coming to uni I feel like I haven't done that enough. I tried Reformer Pilates, I've done a few spin classes. I've literally got a 7 a.m. spin class tomorrow and I can't wait. And it also holds you accountable. If I'm going to the gym, if I say I'm going to get up and go on a run, it's different because it's me laying myself down. Whereas if it's a 6 a.m. Pilates and if I don't show up, they charge me £20, I'm going to go to the Pilates. ClassPass free trial. If you haven't tried it, let me know. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. That's really help me step outside my comfort zone and also try a few more things, especially being in London. There's so much opportunity around me, so need to take advantage of that. Tip number 3 is drinking 3 to 4 liters of water a day. That is a lot of water, don't get me wrong. I used to drink 2 and think that was perfect, and that was really, really good. I struggle with acne. I also get cravings. I also have dry skin at the same time as being prone to acne, but water really helps keep my skin looking hydrated. So even when I'm breaking out, even when my skin's really red, it's flared up, or I've got eczema, my skin will still look really glowy because I'm hydrated. Obviously it's really good for you as well. It keeps me full for longer. It's kind of annoying though, because every single time I step out I will have a water bottle on me. I carry it in my hand if I go on a walk, and now I'm at that point where if I'm going to the grocery store, I will bring my water bottle. It's such a habit for me. Sometimes I even go down to reception with my water bottle. It's too much of a habit. I don't need to list all the reasons why water's good for you, but noticeably it has made my skin look a lot more plump, a lot more hydrated, especially if I am breaking out. I do notice that my skin still kind of looks good. Tip number 4 is that I journal every single day. I have been journaling since I was 16, and I remember so vividly telling my friend at 16 that I just started journaling, and he was like, we'll see how long that lasts. I've gone through so many journals, I've tried so many things, and right now I'm at a point where I really love my journal. Literally, I don't know what I would do without it. I have a to-do list in there. I have a water tracker. I have an exercise tracker, self-care tracker, a list of things I'm grateful for that I write in every single day, affirmations. I've got a mood tracker, and then also a bit where I just rant about the day basically. I love that because it makes me realize things that are so big up here really aren't that deep. I will be pissed about some random thing and I'll write it out and be like, oh, that's dumb. And if I didn't write it down, I would have not stopped stressing about it. I've had journals where I do like 3 pages a day though. That's too much for me, but when I really got into that, oof, I really got into that. If you are looking to start journaling and don't want to like buy something super expensive or even don't really know what to write, I actually started by making my own, and I literally did 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 good things that have happened today, and daily goal or something. And I think that was literally it. And then maybe I did my steps underneath or whatever. Something really simple. And you don't even have to, like, right now I write out like I'm grateful for blank, but back then it would be like 3 things I'm grateful for: thick hair, London life, matcha, random stuff. And to this day it's still like that. Sometimes I write down that I'm grateful for my Primark fluffy sliders. Other times I'm grateful for deeper things, but sometimes it's the Primark fluffy sliders. I do also try and do 10,000 steps a day. This is so easy living in London. When I don't live in London, this is the hardest task in the entire world, because back home I drive everywhere. You can't walk places unless you set out for a 2-hour hike. In London, if I want to grab coffee, that's a good 2,000 steps done. If I'm going to the cinema, I'm walking. If I'm going on a walk, I'll be gone for longer because I can get my groceries on the way. I walk to the tube station. I walk to uni when I go. Like, it's so much easier to walk here, and I actually average 20,000 steps a day, which is crazy. If you live in the countryside, I know it is more difficult to get your steps in. What I used to literally do to try and hit those 10,000 steps was run up and down my stairs at home. That was in COVID. That was not fun. This is where tip number 1 comes in, because if you are trying to improve your step count, you can always get up at 5 a.m, 6 a.m, 7 a.m, whatever's early to you. Maybe 9 a.m is early to you, and just get up and go on a 20-minute walk. Trust me, those 20 minutes will go way quicker than you think, first of all. But also, you've got out, you've got some fresh air, you've had a nice little bit of exercise, stretched your body, and it's a great way to start your day whilst getting your steps in. If you're on a walk, listen to a podcast. This is not a tip, but I recommend Shits and Gigs. Funniest podcast. I will literally deliberately walk for longer just to listen to Shits and Gigs, or find a new album to listen to. Right, we've switched locations and it's kind of getting dark now. I think we're on tip number 5, maybe 6, whatever that is. It's to treat myself. I love treating myself, whether that's a matcha or something bigger. It's not every day that I get to treat myself. It's not every day that people do treat themselves, but it makes me appreciate myself more. Living the single life, I need to treat myself how I want to be treated. I buy myself flowers, I buy myself coffee, take myself out to dinner, because that's how I like to be treated. And so then I'm setting the standard for myself as well. It's also obviously just nice to be like, yeah, I'm gonna grab that blueberry matcha. The next tip was not a choice that I got to make, but I actually live by a gluten-free diet. Yay! I'm gluten and dairy free, and I have been for 5.5 years. At first was really extremely tough. Now obviously, like, I'm so used to it, it does not faze me at all. Also, the world has gotten a lot better, so being gluten free now is way easier than it was 5 years ago. Gluten obviously is related to a lot of bloating issues people have, a lot of IBS. Same as dairy, that's related to like skin problems. Again, what's healthy for you might not be healthy for me, and vice versa. But for me, my body does not work with gluten, my body does not work with dairy. If I can eat it, would I? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe. It has definitely helped me with my bloating, and especially like cravings. I don't crave things as much. Obviously, I'm still a girl. I still have periods. I still have really bad cravings. There's some things I used to crave that I don't have a choice anymore. I can't crave a pan of chocolate. There's no gluten-free, dairy-free pan of chocolate. It's always a black Americano when I'm on holiday. Do you know what I mean? It keeps me healthy and it keeps my mind clear. Sometimes I just want a fat hot chocolate with marshmallows and whipped cream, but I want doesn't get. The next tip is a predictable one, but it is meditation. I have anxiety. Since meditating, I've had less panic attacks. I probably get them like once or twice a year maybe. Before I would get them a lot more. I'm not saying meditation has like solved all my anxiety issues, but it's definitely helped me just slow down a bit. I get really stressed about little things. Again, the ADHD thing comes in. I will do a lot of tasks in a small amount of time, and it's almost like I feel like I'm on a time crunch that I'm not on. And so if things are taking longer than normal, I do get very frustrated. Meditating like in between tasks really helps me just slow down, live in the present moment, which I'm really trying to do again. I'm not very good at that. I love to like speed through life, and sometimes I speed through it and I'm like, what am I actually rushing for? There's no need. Meditation is also related to a longer life, has just so many benefits, so if you want to find them out, I'll put them on the screen. But for me personally, it's just about reducing stress and also just clearing my head and bringing me back to this present moment. It also helps me say my affirmations, because I do say affirmations whilst I'm meditating too. That's not a point on here, but it should be. Say your affirmations. Tip number 9 is controversial, but it's saying no. If I don't want to go out, I'm saying no. Sometimes I don't want to do stuff. I'm gonna put this clip in because I feel like I explained that point so badly. Learning to say no when I have other stuff to do. If someone's asked me to go to theirs for a games night, but I'm burnt out and don't want to socialize, I'm gonna say no. If someone's asked me to go clubbing with them, but the next morning I've planned to go to the gym and I really want to do that, I'm gonna say no. If someone's asked me to stay around theirs but I have stuff I need to do at home, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna be prioritizing myself over anything else. That should always be the case. I know my friends, and if I say no to them, they're not going to get offended because they'll do the same to me. We're on like that mutual kind of level, which I love. And recently I've just been feeling bad saying no to people because I've been hanging out with people I'm not as close to. That's when I don't want to hang out even more, because it's like I feel bad saying no, so then going seems more like a chore. So I've just learned to say no to that too, basically. If I don't want to do something, I'm saying no. Simple as that. Sometimes it's tough though, because you do feel really awkward. You feel obliged to say yes, but you're actually not. Simple as that. You're just actually not. It doesn't always have to be something social though. It's literally like I could be looking in the mirror popping a pimple and I'm like, no. For some reason saying no out loud actually makes me stop. It makes me like think about what I'm doing. And finally, another kind of healthy girl tip that would not be classed as healthy to a lot of people, but it's to sleep in. Like I said, if I'm waking up at 5, I don't necessarily go to bed at 8 p.m. every single night. I get tired at that time, but best believe I'm not asleep till like 11 p.m. I don't get sufficient sleep, and sleep is very, very, very important. So on those other days, I'm sleeping in. Granted, because my body's used to getting up at 5 or 6, a lie-in is 9 a.m. Going from 11 till 5 to 11 till 9 is a little bit extra that I just need and my body just needs. And I think people are really brushing over how important sleep is for you nowadays. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I know, especially as a woman, you need extra sleep on your period. It's way more important than getting up early. So if you're running low on sleep, just lie in, because you're going to wake up, you're going to feel more refreshed, you're going to be more productive because you're going to be less tired. A few hours is not going to change the world. Maybe every single day, cool, it's going to make a big difference. Lying in 2 times a week is literally hurting nobody. Not every day needs to be a 5 a.m. start. I believe that's 10, and it's getting really dark now, so I'm gonna call it there. But thank you guys for watching. That is 10 healthy girl habits that help me out. I hope they help you out if you want to take them on. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do. That's just what I do. So I'm now going to get into bed and do my rest. But thank you guys. Wait, let me not do that. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. My camera is literally about to die. I'll see you very, very soon with a vlog, probably. It's me, so probably. Bye.